Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes.
Okay. I'm Lucas, 24 years old. I'm from Iraq. Oh, sorry. I will repeat it from Lithuania. From Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry. Sorry.
I think this would be a great
Yes.
introduction.
You know the reason why? The reason is because I was listening to my voice.
Welcome back, fabulous listeners, to the second part of our eye opening journey through the vibrant and resilient lives of LGBTQ plus refugees, Lukas and Pascaline, right here in the heart of Vilnius. In our first episode, we dive deep into the cultural tapestry and experiences that these incredible individuals bring to the city. But hey, guess what? We are just getting started. Today, get ready to buckle up for a roller coaster ride through the delicious world of Lithuanian cuisine, the celebrations of holidays, and let's not forget the wild ride of debunking the rumors and smashing those pesky stereotypes.
I'm Lucas, a refugee from Iraq. I live in Lithuania. I'm a permanent resident of Lithuania, and I live here since more than 2 years.
I am Pascalina. I from Cameroon. I am a refugee in Lithuania. I am still an asylum seeker. Yeah, and my pronouns are she, her, they, and I speak English, Russian, and I still learning Lithuanian, but I try to speak by I write, but I try to speak. Yeah.
Could you tell us about some difficult moments of living in Lithuania?
Uh, like right now, everything is all right. I'm gonna talk about the period that I lived during the detention. I would say that was the hardest or the most difficult part because it was for a long time, and yeah, um, being in a closed place for a long time, it's hard. So yeah, that's what was the most difficult experience. Yep.
Okay. I will say that the most difficult moment in Lithuania, yeah, was during when we were living in tent. Yeah, and in 2020, I think it was in yeah 2021. Yeah, in Rutninke. Yeah, in the camp of Rutninke. It was very hard, the most difficult moment. Yeah, because I it's true that I have this ability to adapt myself very fast, whatsoever the environment, with good people, with bad people, with poor people, with rich people. I can adapt myself very fast. But in the camp, it was hard because it's true that they were giving us food, but not cooked food with, I don't know, I forgot how to call it in English, with
Cans.
cans, yeah. And you have to eat it like this. You have to open it and with some baguettes of bread like this. And we used to find woods, even if there was not woods. We used to scratch the trees to remove something to go and create some fire to warm the meat. Yeah. So it was, excuse me of the expression, but it was like in a war atmosphere. Yeah, yeah. But I can understand that situation. Why? Because a lot of refugees were coming in Lithuania. A lot, and Lithuania were. I think that Lithuania was not prepared. So I can understand the situation. Most you are trying to help people who are coming. Other people, they are still coming. They're still coming. They're still coming. So you are obliged to try to do something very fast, even if it's not comfortable. But the what you can do, you will do it. So I can understand that situation. I were supposed to that time I was not understand. I was not understanding the situation, but later I understood. Yeah, it's not easy. It's like if I have my house, and people start coming in my house. Okay, there are 5 people, or there are 5 people. Okay, I will receive them. I will give them food, no, and drinks. But if suddenly I see not 5 people, I see 50 people coming, then I see 100 people coming. I think instead of a big plate of food with juice, I will start with a small piece of bread and water. I will say, let us manage like this. Maybe in the future, the situation will change. I think that's what was happening in, yeah, it would mean care. So it was not easy for the government of Lithuania to accommodate every all the refugees at the same time. Yeah.
And have you had the chance to talk with general public in Lithuania about the reality of being a refugee or a situation in your homeland? Would you like to do this, or do you find this way of activism being unnecessary or meaningless?
Uh, Actually, I'm doing that right now. I'm trying to participate with you with scientific research. Uh, we are like I'm participating with my experience. Uh, um, but uh, I think it's better. It would be better to share with to spend the time of it with scientific researchers and more than in like public. I'm still not sure if it has a positive effect in public because I'm not sure if like people will see that and will put that into consideration. Like, yeah.
Could you tell us more about the research you are participating in?
Ah, the scientific research of the universities of Lithuania, Vilnius University, Vilnius Vytautas,
You understand?
not Vilnius Tech,
Okay.
Vytautas
Das Magnus.
Magnus University,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I'm participating in scientific research with them. Yep.
What is the main question of
Uh-huh.
research?
They are collecting information about the experience of the LGBTQ plus individuals, migrants in Europe and specifically in Lithuania. So yeah.
About the reality of being a refugee, I never try to talk about it with public, general public. Maybe only with my social workers in Hukla and yeah, in the camp in Phineas. Um, maybe with one person, only one person I remember, who asked me how I live in the country. Not not even one, maybe five. Some people, in fact, especially LGBT people, for example, Arturas asked me some questions about my life here. Some, especially some LGBT people who ask me how I live. Yeah, I try to explain, and they also ask me what is the situation in my home country. I also try to, yeah, to explain. Yeah, and would you like to do it, or maybe you do not see any meaning in this kind of activism? I don't understand this question. Maybe you don't see any meaning in this kind of activism. What do you mean?
I would assume that it's talking about talking about your experiences has no meaning or something like or something along those lines.
Because that was
Yes.
my question. I think it's Lucas answered that maybe you do not believe that this will be useful in any way. I mean, we ask this question mostly because we have initiative called Human Library in Lithuania. I think you may heard of,
Yes,
and
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people um, experience contact with refugee for the first time, mostly because of Human Library, and we are
Okay.
like interested from a refugee perspective. Um, does this kind of activism helps?
I understand now. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to do it. Yeah.
And I have a follow-up question. Um, do you think after this podcast, this interview, you would like to talk more about it and educate people on a refugee situation, on LGBT refugee situation in general, or
Of course, at any time, at any moment, I am available.
and Lucas?
Yeah, I would like to talk about it for sure.
It's a really it's a lot of difficult memories, but I feel like if if you will be ready to talk about it, it could bring a lot of useful insight to Lithuanians we have never experienced.
Yeah, I would talk it when it's important for like for uh, for others to listen, to get like information resources, to build studies on it. Yeah.
Yeah, because as Ramanta mentioned, that podcast as a format um, is very popular in Lithuania, especially among younger people, and it's very flexible. So it's like we are trying to use it for educational purposes, and as we perceive, our project is like part of it. Not only to talk and share our experience, but we have belief that maybe in some way it can really educate people and make a change in Lithuanian society. Okay, coming back um, from your experiences, what help LGBT plus LGBT Q plus refugees in Lithuania need most?
I believe that the most thing that they need right now is to be close from the locals, from Lithuanians, to be integrated, to feel that they belong, to feel that they are not separated, because this is very important, especially for their mental health. And I think it helps a lot. Um, that's why as I noticed that Tolerant Youth Association try to support us, to be with us, and like uh, from my side, I always try to keep in touch with them. It really helps, and it gives the feeling that I belong, and yeah.
I think, first of all, I will say they need to be united as one person. Secondly, they have to be open to LGBT plus association, and to they need not only to be open and to be involved in activities in every uh, LGBT association, LGBT plus association or queer association. Yeah, I think here in Lithuania we have tolerant association, we have trans autonomia, we have gender wrong, we have lunacies, and so on and so on and so on. Yeah, they need to be involved in activities, and they need uh, to try to like integrate themselves in the Lithuanian society. Yeah.
Yeah,
And also not only to integrate themselves, not only to integrate themselves, but uh, they need to have faith. Yeah, to have faith for the future. Yeah.
What myths and assumptions have you heard regarding being a refugee?
yes.
Yes, you worded the question differently, but but let's not pay attention to it now.
But just, can I say something?
Of course.
Actually, it's my first time to see this word. To be honest, see, my English is not perfect.
Which one?
And so isn't ours.
So, what does it mean? Like
A myth?
stereotypes, or?
A myth, a stereotype,
But
a myth, a legend.
so it's a better word of a stereotype.
A myth would be something that is widely believed but not necessarily true. What we call myths.
It's basically it's a story people believe about
I
refugees.
got you. I got you.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's just focus on what kind of myths and stereotypes have you heard about being a refugee?
Yes, we have one example. For example, yeah, Lithuanians, like were really afraid that a lot of refugees or migrants, as we called it, or how it is, what agents of Lukashenko, yes, agents of Lukashenko will use the identity of LGBT person. Let's say a young man came and say, "I'm gay, help me," you know, and they will come to Lithuania and became a refugee here and will like left for or like create some life and then leave for like other country, better country in European Union. So that's where one of the common myths about refugees.
Yeah, of course, I heard some of similar stuff, like they want to use, let's say, the social benefits and do nothing, and they are so religious, and they try to tell the locals about their religion, and they will invite the locals to join their
Yes,
religion.
convert.
Actually,
Convert them.
exactly. Yeah, of course, I heard a lot. But I would like to clarify that it's not necessary that refugees are religious. For example, for me, I'm from a religious background, very religious background, but I don't believe myself. Um, and Also, I'm not I'm not trying to teach others about my culture. Actually, I'm learning from them. I'm happily listening to them and learning from them.
Yeah, same to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is what I heard.
And what about you? What kind of stereotypes have you faced? I think you mentioned before about the guy
Yeah,
who
yeah.
was.
Some guys who told me that in Lithuania, if you come in Lithuania with your passport, and if the Lithuanian they discover that you were living in Belarus, they will send you back immediately in your country just because they hate Lukashenko, President Lukashenko. So for the fact that you were living in Belarus and you come and ask for asylum in Lithuania, they will not believe it. They will just see it like it's Lukashenko who push you to come and enter in Lithuania. Yes. So they used to say to a lot of students.
And have you faced these stereotypes a lot from Lithuanians, for example, or other refugees? So much. As I said, you mentioned before about the guy asking if you're actually queer, or if that's just a reason for you to enter Lithuania. Um, so I'm asking if there's more stories like that where Lithuanians assume that, or.
What I heard, not really heard, but I just discovered that some Lithuanians they find it strange to see a black who is trans. It's like it sounds very, very strange, in their mind. Yeah, like a black who is trans, meant to female, who is asked for asylum in Lithuania. How is it possible? It's like in their mind, it's very, very strange.
So they assume that black people can be trans, or
Yeah, but
that's a
when it
very.
when it comes to black, ushers, ushers. I remember, for example, during the Venus fight, we went to downtown Forest,
Yes.
and I was with another trans. Yeah, uh, we're walking. Yeah, and there were some, like, this is the entrance. Some security men, they were by our right. Two of them, they started looking at us, but I know that they were looking at me. Yeah, I know. And also with my way of dressing, I know they were looking at me. And the girl, she's Lithuanian, she started feeling uncomfortable, and she asked me, what are they looking at like that? I didn't answer. I know they are looking at me, so they were looking at me, so I didn't care.
Maybe they thought you looked
And one
fabulous.
of them, one of
Let's
them
be positive.
started doing like, when he looked at me, he started doing like, oh,
Oh,
you can understand with this kind of, yeah,
okay.
like to say, I have seen everything, any kind of trans in Lithuania, but this one, a black trans in Lithuania. I will see everything in this country. Yeah, it was looking at something like that. Yeah.
That's a very interesting point. I don't think I've ever heard that stereotype personally, but I totally can see that some people would. I don't know. People are weird.
So, um, um, we already talked a little bit about LGBT community in Lithuania, and you yourself share your experience that LGBT people should be more united in
Yeah.
Lithuania, and we actually agree with that. We see the same problems. How you yourself perceive LGBT community in Lithuania? Do you feel, for example, welcomed, or maybe quite quite different experience?
Actually, regarding the local LGBTQ plus individuals, I believe that they are very tolerant and the most tolerant part of the people, or the most tolerant group of the people, because almost all of them, they happy when when like foreigners approach them. They don't have a problem. They try to talk, to share, not to be like, for example, not to escape from them or something like that. Yeah, I'm not a lot of positive things about them. Yeah.
Okay. How do you see LGBTQ plus community in Lithuania? I see LGBTQ plus community in Lithuania very very open, and no, I will not say tolerant, because all LGBT plus are okay. I see they are tolerant, all of them, and but uh, how do I see LGBTQ community in Lithuania? Mm, they are open. They are open. Yeah. Uh, for example, with me, I don't have any problem. I said I am a member of Trans Autonomia. Yeah. And there is not, it's true that I think I am the only black person in this court in Trans Autonomia, but there is no problem. We used to speak in Lithuanian, used to speak in English. Well, me, mostly in English. In Lithuanian sometimes, but we used to meet, for example, at Lunasis, for example, we used to meet is each after each 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, I used to go and train with uh, the basketball team gender one. It's true that some weeks I stopped training because of my knee, but I think I will restart training. So it's okay. Yeah, everything is okay. They accept me. Yeah, some are curious. Yeah, at times they invite me in some events, a lot of events. When it's possible for me to go. If I have time, I will go. If I don't have time, I will say, okay, maybe I will come, but for just a few minutes. Yeah.
It's nice to hear positive things about youth.
But I will specify something
Oh yes, of course.
LGBTQ plus
Plus.
community. I will
Yes.
talk about the associations. I wanted to
Of
specify something
course. Go for it.
about the associations.
Of course.
I like the associations here because they are very hardworking. The associations here, very, very, very hardworking. I will give the example of two of them. we have LGN. They are always working. There is no, tolerant youth association. Just imagine the office. You know how the office is equipped. Just when you come in, you understand everything. That is only work, 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 work.
It's a lot of work.
They are always working. They are always doing this, doing this. So yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, so much. Yeah.
And these organizations are very glad when people also join them, when foreigners join them and come to events, help plan things, become more involved in the community and the work that goes into the community. But going on to another question, what cultural differences here in Lithuania have you experienced, and what do you specifically like? I'm really curious. Like, what's cultural thing that you enjoy here? Yes.
You mentioned that Lithuanians are very strict, but
Yeah, they are very strict.
And that we are very punctual.
Punctual, yeah, very punctual. And also, I discovered something that until now I don't understand, especially in the LGBT community. Some Lithuanians are vegan, or vegan, something like that. In fact, they don't eat meat. They don't eat any animal products. So I like that. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Even if they will buy pizza. You will see pizza for vegan
yes.
Yes.
and pizza for those who are not vegan. But why some Lithuanian people they don't eat meat, they don't eat eggs or any animal products, so they don't eat. I don't understand.
Is veganism not common? Not practiced in Cameroon?
It's very difficult to see vegan people in Cameroon. It's very, very like maybe they are 2%.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's very little.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can only in Cameroon there is a lot of Muslim.
Yes.
A lot of Muslim. You can only discover that Muslim people they don't eat cow. No, it's
Pork.
pork. They don't eat pork. They can eat cow. Okay, they can eat chicken, but pork in Cameroon is very. It's very. You will see it very fast. You will discover it very fast because in Cameroon there are a very big percent of Muslim in Cameroon. All of them they don't eat pork. Yeah, but vegan in Cameroon.
Have you tried any vegan cuisine? Like any vegan food, vegan dishes?
In Lithuania?
Yes.
Yeah.
And did you like them?
No. Really no. I remember one day in Lunasis. When I arrived, one of the activists who cooked, yeah, who organized, yeah, and she said, come, this is your plate. So I put my bag, I sat down and I take the food. So when I taste it one time, the second time, really it was very, very strong for me. Very strong because I asked myself, what is this food? It was, I will not say disgusting. No, it was not disgusting, but there were a lot of vegetable inside. A no, really a lot. A lot. So I said, no, this is very strong. It is very strong for me. I told her that this is for vegetarian, those who like vegetables, this kind of food, because really I cannot eat this. It's very strong.
Yeah, it's so interesting that we're talking about vegan food because I thought that we will talk about cepelini or something.
Yes, I was expecting
I
the
know
pig soup, everything else.
like
cepelini I know. But I
Do you
like
like them?
cepelini because just because there is meat inside, there is kind of meat
My
inside.
grandma makes delicious. I will invite you next time. I'll
But
bring some from my
cepelini,
hometown.
just to see it with my eyes, I don't like it. Just the appearance, but when I open, okay, everything is okay. Yeah.
And what about you?
When it comes to food,
maybe
well,
if you have some
culture.
stories to share.
The
sure.
culture, the veganism, go for it. Surprise me.
Actually, you were shocked because there are only 2% of people in this country who are vegan. But in my country, I didn't see even one single person who is vegan during 21 years there. To be honest, no one. Yeah, it's not something popular. But for me,
It's
when
not a
I
trend.
yeah, I tried a lot of different dishes in Lithuania, like vegan dishes, let's say, and I like them. Yeah.
And something from national cuisine.
Yes.
Uh,
Cepeliniai, šaltibarščiai.
Šaltibarščiai, I tried it. I like it. I liked it. Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
like also pink soup.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, this is what we are talking
Yes,
about.
yes, that's
How to call it in Lithuanian?
šaltibarščiai.
Salty bashi.
That's close enough.
I used to say pink soup. So
Oh, yes.
it's very nice.
Yes, because if you are talking about, some exotic dishes in Lithuania, I mean, we can mention bedarai. That it's really.
I like pink soup and not cepelina. Cepelina only meat only, and cebuyete.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That,
I can
yeah.
imagine.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
What about other kinds of culture from Lithuania that's not related to veganism? even if I love this conversation about veganism, I'm bragging about this conversation to everyone. But other cultural things, the nightlife, the way Lithuanians talk with each other, the
yeah.
Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Christmas, the way people celebrate here and how these traditions are different and what you like.
Yeah, actually, there are many things to mention. First, I would say that Lithuanians in general are more tolerant than the people in my country. And as I saw that they are less connected to their religion. I'm not sure if I'm right, but this is what I noticed. Yeah. Like the other things, like regarding the nightlife, in my country there are 18 cities and they are different. Not all of them are the same. So in my city, I came from a very religious city, the center of Islam in my country. It's actually, there is no nightlife at all, and it's even forbidden to do it. It's illegal to create something like as a nightclub or a bar, and even drinking there is forbidden. Yeah, in my city. Yeah.
Okay, I will add. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I will add. Yeah, the way they celebrate Christmas is very nice. Just that I don't know if people go to church during the 25th of December.
I think
20 food.
I think they don't.
Yeah,
I
24th
used to
at
be religious. I
night.
should know.
Yes.
I know because I know some Catholic they used to go to church at 24th night.
Yes,
Yeah,
people do that.
sometimes the 31st of December, and also I like there is a lot of nightclub here. Yeah, and it's very nice. Yeah, I like the atmosphere. Whether I go to Vox Bar, whether I go to Soho, or maybe to the sauna, but sauna there is very expensive. So. It's very expensive. So yes, and also I like some celebration here about there is I forgot how they call it there in Lithuania. This celebration, and they will always draw a mouse.
Can you repeat that?
They will always draw the mouse.
The mouse.
Mouse. It's something about wood. I forgot how they call it in Lithuania, but it's a celebration in Lithuania.
Yes. In what time? Like summer or
I think maybe in summer. I think
Jonas?
at times when they celebrate it, they used to bring wood, any kind of wood, and so on and so on.
And you jump through the fire, or do
No.
you something about? You're
Okay.
trying to figure out the
Okay.
event.
I used to go to there is a youth association around Stotis called Mes Putas.
Yes.
Mes Putas, yeah. I used to go there to spend time there, and sometimes they have this party, and I will always come with. They will tell me. They will tell to each of us inside to come with a piece of wood. To come with a piece of wood, and in each paper like this, they will draw maybe wood, or they will draw the mouse animal. Yeah.
Yes.
You understand the mouse?
I can understand what you're saying, but I can't connect the holiday to it.
Okay.
You have no idea what is happening in Lithuania.
Are we Lithuanian?
Okay, let me 1 minute. Okay. Is Zurike.
Shurke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you show it to me? That's all right. Yes.
Zurike, yeah. So
I don't think it's that widely celebrated, or if it is, I've been excluded.
yes, yeah. Some people they used to celebrate it, yeah, and also there is how they call it Halloween.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it so much. I love it. Also, is it when they go to the cemetery and they put some candles on?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
That's the
but-
one. And they just spend the time
It's
remembering the dead,
It's
respecting
very
the dead.
nice, yeah. But it's in Lithuania that I saw this. In Cameroon, we don't have such things. So there is not such culture in Cameroon now.
And what about?
We remember the dead people. We go and visit them like usually. Yeah.
Is there an event or a celebration to memorize this?
Actually, yes. Of course, I guess you heard about Ramadan.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So the 3 days right after Ramadan, it's like celebration, like the same like Christmas here, the main celebration. So yeah, on the first day, the first thing that Iraqi families do is to visit their relatives, dead relatives, to remember them. Yeah, yeah.
It's the same thing in Cameroon with Ramadan. And what is particular in Cameroon is that when they celebrate Ramadan, even those who are not Muslim, we become Muslim that time. So
It's a respect thing.
yeah, it's like when they celebrate Ramadan, when it's the day they will do the party. Even Christian, all those who are not Muslim, they will dress like Muslim, and they will go to the how they call it, to the mosque. They will pray, and they will go and eat to the party. They will do it especially that day of Ramadan, and tomorrow they will know those who want will stay Muslim. Some others will think no. Yesterday I was a Muslim, but today I am a Christian. So I will wait next time
I
when they will,
converted really
when they
fast.
will organize Ramadan. I will become a Muslim again.
Let's say becoming part of Lithuania. Imagine we have a newcomer like refugee person who comes to Lithuania for the first time and has a, a wish to begin new life here, to establish new life. What would be uh, your main proposal to him from your perspective? How to create a community here in Lithuania? How to build a home here?
I see. Actually, of course, it was not easy, but I had to work on it to be patient, because the life right after getting the right of movement, it was a bit hard, because new life, new rules, new system, like yeah, different, everything is different, culture is different, weather, environment, people. Yeah, so you have to be you have at least you have to try to figure out how to survive with a lot of different circumstances. Yeah, for me, I tried to ask the people that I made connection with them, like friends, my integration organization, to get help from them, to look for information about the country online, to seek help online. Yeah.
Okay, what can I say? If a new person come and want to live in Lithuania, I will first of all make sure that the person asks for asylum, and I will do everything so that he will follow his case, having some contacts with Red Cross, with Caritas, because I know, especially with Red Cross, there are some people there who will help him follow his case. Yeah. Or if he lives in a camp, it will be good for him because he will be in contact with social workers. But if he is not living in a camp, I will do everything to connect him with Red Cross, especially with those who helped me. Yeah. And because I know some people in Red Cross who will help the person follow his case. Now I will try to see if the person uh what the person think about LGBT people. Not to seduce the person, no, but just to know if the person belongs to the LGBT plus community, like if the person is or lesbian or gay or something like that, yeah, or bisexual or queer or asexual or intersex or something like that. And in fact, I know how to do it. We used to do it in Cameroon. I know how to do it. And if the person belongs to the LGBT plus community, I will try to put the person in contact with Tolerant Youth Association, with LGL, yeah, and with other groups on Facebook like LGBT Youth Association. There are a lot on Facebook, yeah, and I will just say to the person, be open to LGBT people here, be open, be active, try to involve yourself in activities, whether they invite you or not. Try to be present, try to be active, yeah. And also for your asylum, try to I will help the person to for integration, and I will tell to the person try to be active, try to integrate yourself, to learn the language, to look for work.
I feel like involving yourself in activities and events with other organizations
Yeah,
could really help with integration and getting to know people
exactly. Yeah.
around you that could help you to integrate more, to find a job easier, to feel more welcomed.
Okay. Also, I will tell to the person to avoid some stereotypes about Lithuanians because it's true that every person is free to say what he wants or what he or she wants to say, positive or negative about Lithuanians. But I will tell to the person, please avoid stereotypes because if you try to open your ears and focus on stereotypes, really, I think you will leave this country. You will leave this country. So try to avoid stereotypes and try to be good with people. Try to be yourself. Just be yourself. Try to be honest and true with people, and everything will be okay. Yeah.
That's absolutely lovely.
What advice do you have for just simple person who may not have a lot of experience or knowledge or power but still wants to do something good?
For the young generation or for the youth in general, I would like to tell them that as a refugee, uh, I'm grateful to your country that your country gave a chance for me to live. I left my home country because of something that I couldn't solve it myself, and I would like to tell you as well that I really do respect your country, and I'm trying to do my best here. I'm trying to uh, like to show you my best, to respect your culture, your language, to learn it, to yes, and of course not to try to publish here some stuff, or to invite locals to join my previous religion. For of course not. Yeah, so this is what I think about your country. I have only positive thoughts about it, uh, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm glad to be here, and I hope that you would understand that. And yeah, and thanks.
Okay, I think they can help refugees um, by being open, by speaking Lithuanian, uh, by by why not by helping them finding a job and by that's what I can say.
Okay.
Yeah, but especially by speaking Lithuanian. Yeah, by helping them in even by doing some volunteerism because I know that in Lithuania there is a lot of youths who used to be volunteer to help some foreigners.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, and as always, this podcast wouldn't have happened without help and support of the municipality of the city of Vilnius. If you found this episode to be interesting, please share it with people who are curious to know more about LGBTQ plus refugees or for whom it will be useful. See you soon. Iki susiklausymo.